Once upon a time, in a magical forest, there lived a group of animals. Among them were a wise old owl, a curious crow, a friendly squirrel, a sympathetic raccoon, and a playful fox. One day, the animals noticed that the trees in the forest were beginning to lose their leaves. The owl explained that it was a sign that winter was coming and that they needed to prepare. As winter approached, the animals in the magical forest were busy gathering food and building their homes. They knew that it was important to prepare for the cold season ahead. The wise old owl taught the other animals how to find the best sources of food and the most secure places to build their homes. One particularly cold night, when all of the animals were exhausted and snuggled up in their homes after a long day of work,
a faint scream for rescue was heard by the curious crow. He looked around and noticed a baby bird that had fallen from its nest and was unable to fly due to the cold. He asked for help from the wise owl. When the animals found out about the little young bird in the morning, they were all unhappy for the unfortunate bird and realized they had to help.
The raccoon suggested that they build a shelter to keep the bird warm. The squirrel volunteered to gather nuts and seeds for the bird, and the fox offered to find materials to help the bird fly again. The wise old owl had an idea to use his wings to create a warm pocket of air, where they could all huddle together and keep the bird warm.
The animals worked together to make the shelter and gather food. The fox used his wit and cleverness to find materials to create a makeshift flying apparatus. The baby bird was grateful for the animals' help, and they felt proud of themselves for coming together to help someone in need. The animals took turns keeping watch over the bird during the night, to make sure it was safe and warm. Over the next few days, the bird grew stronger and was able to fly again. The animals cheered as they watched the baby bird soar into the sky, grateful for the opportunity to help. After the baby bird flew away, the animals continued to work together to prepare for winter. They shared their resources and looked out for each other. They knew that by working together, they could overcome any challenge that came their way.
As the winter days passed, the animals enjoyed cozy nights in their homes, listening to the wind howling outside. They would gather around the campfire and tell stories about their adventures in the magical forest. The wise old owl would share his wisdom, and the crow would share his curiosity about the world. The animals learned that they were stronger together than they were alone. They knew that by working together and helping each other, they could achieve anything they set their minds to. And so, the animals in the magical forest lived peacefully, ready for whatever new adventures awaited them.